Hello, Internet. Michael Mazurkovich, The Journey of the Millennial. So, one thing that I'm dealing with in the search for finding myself, that I think we all are, is the desire to make the world a better place, right? Who doesn't want to have some sort of fulfilling work or some sort of project that leaves the world a better place than when we started? That's part of the reason why I started environmental studies initially. That and I had a child in high school and thought trying acting right away would be irresponsible because I needed a real job. But anyway, I still want that. I still want to make the world a better place. I'm trying to figure out how that's going to look. So I started by looking around and going, well, all right, what needs to be done, guys? Hey, world, what needs doing? Obviously, we are destroying the complex and extremely layered network of environmental connections that we call nature, that we rely on for survival. Yeah, that's probably important. Another thing was the crisis in Orlando, which was just mind-blowing. But 50 innocent people dying, horrifying. But then I started thinking, well, in Syria, 50 innocent people die probably every week. And some of those 50 in Syria are probably children, or are being executed in front of their families as they try to flee a city that is being destroyed. That's huge. And I mean, they get less publicity because, well, it's been going on for a long time, and also they're not North Americans. But this, I think, is the defining crisis of our decade, is what's happening in Syria. And I was like, well, what can I do? I'm just another skinny white dude, not a lot of disposable income because I'm working on acting and finding myself. Not a lot of spare time because same reasons, and also, have a child, which takes time, fun, but very time consuming. So, what can I do? And I could do a little bit to help with refugees. I don't know if, to help people get started and get involved. I know people that are doing that, that's great. To be honest, it wasn't grand enough for me, and I realize that's partially psychological problems on my side. But, what can I do about this? And, we all have that guy in our group who's a nice dude, but just kind of ignorant sometimes, says things like, who let that woman out of the kitchen? And you're like, oh God, it's 2016. How do I have to explain to an adult that saying that is not okay? So this came up at a party. We're talking about what can we do. He's like, well, what are they doing? When they get to another country safely, are they trying to take back Syria? Everyone's mouths drop open, and we all try to explain, listen, they're fleeing for their lives. If they make it out alive and get to another country, they now have to rebuild to try and have a smidgen of everything that you already have, like connections, friends, a social network, a support group, and, they can't live at their parents like us millennials because they, what do they have? They're starting from scratch. It's ridiculous. And even if they could start organizing, they're now scattered literally across the globe. And their support people that are trying to help them are scattered across the globe and separated by language. What are they supposed to do? But then that got me thinking, well, they're scattered across the globe and separated by distance and language. What if there was a website that tried to connect people who were trying to rebuild their lives, who had escaped from Syria, across the globe, and even connected the people trying to help them across the globe with some translate features as well, where people could share stories, share useful links, reconnect with relatives or long-lost friends that they had lost touch with, and sort of create the community and political unity that Syria as a country has lost because of the civil war. What if we could try to rebuild that with the internet? What if we could create a website that tried to connect Syrian refugees and their support people across the globe into a unified community and political force? Not that they wouldn't still be getting involved in the host country that they were now a part of, but something to try and rebuild the community that Syria has lost, so that afterwards, instead of the war-torn, ravaged country just being taken over by Russia or the states like Afghanistan, that afterwards maybe the people of Syria have a chance of having political unity and rebuilding and at least having that community to support them in this extremely difficult time. So that's the idea. I'm really passionate about it. I really think it could do things and help people. I have no idea how to do it yet. So, yeah. So that's something we're working on. Working on myself to actually do some research which is something I'm not good at, but I'm working on, so that I can, you know, start figuring out what I need to do. Yeah, but that's the idea. So I'll keep you guys updated on it. If anyone thinks it's a good idea or a bad idea, or has any pointers on me of things that I should think about before trying it, or things that could help me, or things that could hurt me, or wants to be involved in any way at all, please don't hesitate to, you know, get in touch. That's all for that idea. I'll keep you posted. Keep finding yourselves, guys. Boom.